Y'all ain't finished. Y'all ain't finished. Make you come ready to go this next week.
How about those Chiefs?
Are you ready for the best Kansas City Chiefs insight? Welcome to the Four Guys in a Bar podcast, presented by Chiefs Blitz and sponsored by Eric Haynes with the Eric Haynes Group. If you're looking for a real estate expert, call Eric Haynes today at 816-729-3785. That's 816-729-3785. Now, here is your Chiefs Blitz host, Nick Athan, with Lou Montagna, Andre Tillman, and Hense Todd.
Welcome back to the next edition of Four Guys in a Bar, presented by ChiefsBlitz.com, your number one source for Kansas City Chiefs news, break down the games, analysis, my opinions, all those kinds of things. And we're very fortunate to be on our almost our year and a half anniversary of ChiefsBlitz.com. And as we do the podcast, introduce my partner, Mr. Hense Todd with Bowtie Sports. What's up, Hense?
How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. It's a Wednesday. The Chiefs return to practice on Thursday because they have a Monday night matchup with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And before we talk about all the news in the NFL and kind of some of our hot topics of the day, let's bring in our corporate sponsors. First up, Mr. Eric Haynes with the Eric Haynes Group. If you're looking for a professional real estate advisor, someone who can walk you through the process of buying or selling a house in these crazy times that we live in, there's nobody better than Eric Haynes to get you through that process. You can call him at 816-729-3785, or you can email him at esellskc@gmail.com.
Proud sponsor of Chiefs Who?
That is correct. Another proud sponsor is my incredible wife, Emily Athan. Hey, open enrollment begins November 1st, which is in a couple of days, lasts until December 15th. So if you are looking for a health insurance option, she is the person you go to. Whether you're on a current ACA plan, you need to renew it, or maybe you want to look at one of the private options she has available that has access to nationwide PPOs, low deductibles, and lower premiums, give her a call. She'll take a look at your situation, whether you're an individual, self-employed, a business owner, or part of a family. She'll take care of you. 913-215-9086. And hey, ask her a couple of Chiefs questions. She's pretty good at Chiefs stuff too.
Nikki loves Emily.
Yes, I do.
He loves Emily.
I do. And I love my brothers and my partners on the show. We're excited. It's hump day. It's Wednesday, October 30th. Hey, I voted today. Don't have my sticker. I'm not sure what I did with it, but that madness part is over for me. And just looking forward to getting a week ahead. The Chiefs and the Bucs play Monday night in a game in which I could see maybe this isn't quite the game that everybody thought it was going to be because of the injuries at wide receiver. So,
road sponsor reset.
Oh, yeah. One more. Sorry, guys. One more.
Electronics and save up to 25%. Our phones are pre-owned and in great condition. We carry top brands like iPhones and Samsung. Sell us your old phone and we'll offer you cash on the spot. Resell Electronics in Independence.
Sorry about that, guys. I just want space. Of course, our new sponsor, Resell Electronics. If you're looking to buy or sell consumer electronics in Independence, they've got two locations, 1214 South Nolan Road and then down on 40 Highway. Listen, if you're looking for a Christmas gift, if you're just looking to get rid of some of the old electronics in your house, see if they have any value, they'll give you cash for those kinds of things. And maybe there's something in the store, and they got a lot of great stuff that you can get for your electronic needs. Call Resell Electronics today at 816-886-7285. Or you can email them at resell.electronics.com. There we go. Yeah, we got a substitute. It's not four guys in a bar today. It's three. And whatever images Hense decides to put up there as the substitute, we are a four-screen show. So when one of us is missing, we try to keep it light and have a really good time. That is Coach Andre Tillman right there. Mr. Lou Montagna is gone today, but Mr. Bean has graciously accepted our invitation to just sit there quietly, say nothing, and be a soldier.
Hold on. Wait. Nah, see, Nick, you messing up already. That is Lou.
Oh,
that is Lou. How you doing, Lou?
Yeah, I think he was 0-5 in his prop bets last week. So
that's probably what it was. His eyes is big. He's excited. What was in your cup, Lou? Guys, he's too excited, guys. Lou is so excited. This is his Wednesday. He's excited. I'm excited for Lou. Never mind Lou, guys. He's full of excitement. He's just full of excitement, guys. I'm ready to rock, man. I'm ready to rock.
Just trying to keep things light, that's all.
Sam said, "What the happened to Lou?" Okay, Lou is on break today, so he gonna have Chiefs Who on Friday.
That's right.
So I decided to fill him in with Mr. The substitute today. So anybody
a replica of Lou.
Yes.
Everybody missed the show. I have like a little substitute in there for him. But today, guys, we have a lot of trades that happen over the AFC. They started left tackle over to the Vikings, and Dante Johnson over there to the Baltimore Ravens. So a lot of moves are with the contender teams that's chasing this Super Bowl. Super Bowl, but again, it's only one team that's have continue to make moves. That's why it's still going to continue to make moves when it's all said and done. So, what you think about the AFC right now since the Baltimore Ravens added Dante Johnson?
Honestly, that's a good move. You got Flowers, now you got Deontay Johnson over there. You got two route runners. You got two guys. You got now two legit guys, and we knew Deontay was going to leave Carolina.
Yes,
it was just a matter of time. So now you go to a guy that's desperate for another go-to guy, and you got Deontay Johnson. Now you got Flowers, Deontay Johnson, Andrew. You got you got Mark Andrews. You got Likely, and you got Hunter. My bad, I said Hunter. I mean Henry. Sorry guys, Henry. I'm looking at Lou over here throwing me off, man. So yeah. So now you got a complete offense with Henry now, right? Now you have an offense to go out there and get the job done. You should get the job done because there's no excuses. You should be able to get the job done.
There's still one big missing piece, and that's the quarterback. I'm sorry. I watched that game against the Browns, and he had every opportunity. Guys, I get the move. I don't think it's going to move the needle. He is not. One of the reasons that it was so hard for them to trade him is a lot of teams just didn't want him. Right. His attitude in the locker room. He's not always been a team first guy. That's just the kind of players that the Ravens have.
Right.
And unfortunately, this move isn't going to move the needle any. It's certainly not going to make the Ravens any better because they've got a quarterback who can't win a game in a fourth quarter. It's evident. I mean, we got 7 years of this, and I can think of last year. I think it was last year against the Rams. He had a fourth quarter comeback. They were down 10 points and they won in overtime. So I give him props, but that's the only time I can remember that he made the play.
Right.
And, he had a receiver, had a big drop on that last drive. That was huge. And that obviously facilitated this trade. But Deontay Johnson's he's just not a good fit for that team. And that's why a lot of teams were scary. But, everybody today, it's the Ravens. It's the Ravens. They've got 3 losses.
Right.
Now, what's to say they don't have 3 more losses and they're still everybody's touting that, I'm going to take the Ravens over the Chiefs in the postseason. And it's just it's a stupid bet. It's a stupid narrative. Until Lamar Jackson can beat Patrick Mahomes in the month of January, he is just another quarterback. I'm sorry, he's talented. He's a 2-time NFL MVP. That's all great, but it doesn't mean squat.
You know what though?
It's rings, baby. It's the rings. That's all that matters.
Yeah, hey, shout out to the wife, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, threw it out there like that. Hey, I feel you. I feel that. But
coming up on my 10-year anniversary, I got to be good.
You goddamn right, got to be good. You show that shit. Hey, so listen though.
Hold on. To Chuck's question, Lou is out. Mango is on vacation, so no one's dropping like flies. And we have a substitute here, and his name is Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean, that's right.
Yeah, Mr. Chuck Norris. Yeah, listen, man. I get what you're saying, play, but back to the topic at hand. I'm gonna say this though. I think they're a better team than what they was. They have the talent though, Nick. They have the talent.
Better than when? Before losing when they were losing to the Browns?
I mean, the Browns is tough. The Bengals had trouble with the Browns.
The Browns have played like crap all season long with a quarterback controversy. A head coach who took himself off play calling. I mean, come on. They gave it to Ken Dorsey.
Okay.
Ken Dorsey, the guy who got thrown out of Buffalo.
Right.
is is now calling the plays as he's the offensive coordinator. I mean, and the quarterback who wasn't even on the team, 4 weeks ago?
Right.
I mean, come on.
But you know what's crazy? I will put Lamar Jackson over Aaron Rodgers right now.
Well, of course, I put anybody over Aaron Rodgers right now.
And Aaron Rodgers got all the talent. He got his boy back, changed the coach, and he still played like dude.
They've lost 5 in a row, and they play tonight, right? They play tonight or Thursday night.
Thursday night. There you go.
Yeah, Halloween night.
Yeah. So my thing with Baltimore is this: there's no more excuses, right? Because we say, well, Lamar had to win the big one, right? That's Super Bowl, right? The big one is beating the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
You have to get over the Achilles heel. You have to beat Patrick Mahomes. We know JB did it. JB already did it. Now, Lamar, you have to beat that. If you can beat Patrick Mahomes, then you'll get the respect.
That's it. And Joe Burrow got his respect.
He did.
He got his respect, and now he's just another average quarterback. Because he can't win without he cannot win without his wide receivers.
Nick. I'm gonna let that one slide, Nick. It's all right.
Listen, you know it's true. He cannot win without his stellar wide receivers on the field. It's been true.
What you think, Mr. B?
What'd you say, B?
Look at that. He's just shocked. He's speechless that we're even insulting the Ravens quarterback at any level.
You see, this is Lou right now. This is a little bit quiet right now. Do you see his eyes? Do you see he's a little bit?
Here's my point. Lamar is not practicing today. Oh, ouch. Guy's not going to hold up, man. It's not going to make it.
Nick love that Lamar not practicing right now.
I love the guy. Hey, listen, I've given him lots of love this year already. I've given him a lot of respect. You know, when he plays well, great. But when you're down in the game, you got to make the plays.
I mean, he did bait and drop the damn ball. Bait and drop.
Okay, that doesn't mean he would have finished it.
I mean, who knows, Nick? I don't know. Man, drop the ball. I don't know. It could have been closer.
Wouldn't matter.
But speaking of dropping the ball, man, let's go ahead and get into some of our subject.
Okay.
Which cornerback makes the most available trade option for the Chiefs? It should actually help Wanted in the kingdom? Or, you know what I mean, is the Chiefs going to ride with the guys they already have? What you had to say about that, Mr. Nick?
They said Mr. B.
You know, I think personally speaking, I think there's Jeremy Fowler put it out there. Matt Derrick with the Chiefs Digest put it out there as well. I've heard the same thing. They did everything they could to get Cam Robinson yesterday away from the Jacksonville Jaguars. He had a $9 million cap hit, and apparently the Vikings are willing to take on the contract. That's why he's not a member of the Chiefs today. And that was their number one target. And I think number two is a cornerback. You know, the Panthers have already said J.C. Horn is not a guy they're going to go after or they're going to release or they're going to trade. I don't believe anything that comes out of anybody's mouth at Carolina right now. That team needs draft picks. It needs some better leadership. And if they're going to salvage, football in Carolina, there's no point keeping any of these guys that aren't going to be part of the team. He's got a $12 million cap hit next year. Mm-hmm. So yes, they will move him for the right price. To me, the guy is Greg Newsome from the Cleveland Browns. He makes the most sense. They can fit him under the salary cap. Now, the Chiefs have $260,000 left after making the trade for Uche. So I think that they're going to have to do something. And the only eligible contract they can mess with is Joe Thuney's. Everybody else, they've already messed with it. And that's as far as they can go. So that means they'd have to make a decision because he's got a $28 million cap hit next year. So all these wheels that Brett Veach has to, go through to decide if they're going to bring on a player with any kind of contract really goes to the fact that they have to make a decision on Joe Thuney. Do they extend him? Do they reduce the cap number next year? Do they still have enough money to sign Trey Smith? Steve Spagnuolo, if he is not a head coach next year, is going to be jumping on the table for Nick Bolton to be re-signed. So, this is kind of a long-winded answer to the question. But to me, Greg Newsome to me is the best fit. He can play right away. He'd be perfect in the Spag system. Horn would be great too because they're not using him properly in Carolina. And he's got a little fire to him. I kind of like that he went after Sean Payton after the loss the other day. That was kind of enjoyable.
I bet you did, Nick. I bet you did, man.
Those are the only two guys, in my opinion, that I think could come in and play right away and fit into the Spag system.
No, most definitely. Newsome is the guy that's a possibility. Newsome is a possibility, and he's good.
Do you agree, Mr. B?
He put the big thumbs. I told you today is the day. He don't say nothing today, fellas. Lou ain't said nothing. He just all sign language today.
He said he does agree. But again, man. But again, I'm looking for. If they do make make a change there, I agree with Nick. Williams will make from the Browns will make a good story for the Chiefs there. Yes, and also you can't believe what a lot of these teams say we ain't trading this player, and ain't no trade. Next thing you know, the person is traded out of there. You're like, hold on, I thought he went one on the trade block.
Yeah.
So you gotta look at that. So Horn, they like Lou said, they probably gonna want like an arm and a leg for him. But again, if they don't, who's gonna fill in that void? You know what I mean? Because Najee Johnson is dealing with a concussion. Joshua Williams didn't get that many snaps, but Andy Reid said on earlier this week that you got to get the guys more snaps there. So will they make a splash there, or did they already make their splash? Right, guys, they already did make the trade, and God is going to actually fill in for the Chiefs.
Yeah, I think Roland Wallace makes the most sense. He's very athletic. He's played well. Considering he was thrust into action the last couple of games. When Steve Spagnuolo talks this much about a rookie, that tells me he's got a lot of respect for what he does on the football field. And he talked about him a lot last week. And they got him a lot more reps. And yeah, he gave up a touchdown, as we mentioned on Monday. But, it's kind of like the perfect throw, the perfect situation. He was right there. He had the best coverage he could possibly have, but they still scored. But, I think that's the only thing that they can do at this point is to find themselves either, a veteran. There aren't a lot of guys out on the street that I think can come in, but I think they're going to have to make a trade at the cornerback position just in case, they just in case Watson can't come back for the postseason, and there's a chance he could.
So when all that said, what do you expect for Josh? I can't say his last name correctly.
Uche.
I think it's Uche is what he said. Yes,
Uche.
Joshua Uche have on the Chiefs defense, even though we talk about the corners, but they did go trade for a pass rusher. So is they looking at it as I'm gonna go get a pass rusher and add more pressure onto these quarterbacks and make our cornerback much better?
Honestly, man, just good depth, man. Just good depth, a good rotational guy. Honestly, he can come in and, like I said, he's not gonna miss a beat because his job is a pass rush. His job is to rush the passer. So that could be to me. It's a fantastic fit because he's not gonna have to do as much. Like on third downs, passing downs, you put your boy in. You put your boy in. So he's a good pass rusher, especially on third downs. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Bill Belichick was raving about him as well, this week. And when Bill Belichick says good things about him, and again, you got to remember, they haven't used him this season. They've been behind in a lot of games, so there's not a lot of pass situations that they can throw him in. He is not an every down guy. He's the guy you bring in on third down when it's 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, to give you some extra speed. And he's a good football player. I mean, he re-signed with the Patriots for only $3 million. They totally underutilized him. It doesn't cost him anything. Basically, what is the 6th conditional? If that happens, then let's say they don't sign him, they're going to get a compensatory pick of at least a 7th rounder for him. So this was a shrewd move. So there was no downside. The Chiefs got an impact player. I don't know if you saw the video of him walking into Arrowhead yesterday, but man, the grin on that guy's face from the hell in Patriot world coming to the Super Bowl, back-to-back Super Bowl champions. He's going to be motivated. He's playing for money too. So, that's going to be something to watch, but I think his impact's going to be good. And remember, Charles Omenihu is going to be back in probably 3 or 4 weeks. And now you've got a rotation of sack masters to go along with Jones and Karlaftis. I think, that's going to be the core. Mike Dana sounds like he's not going to play. We'll see what Andy says tomorrow, but it just doesn't sound like, he's going to play. He's got the same injury that Joe Thuney had, and we all know how long it took him to get back to it. So we don't know the severity of it, but I think Uche is going to be a big impact player. I love the fact that he's wearing 55 for Frank Clark. He looks like Frank. He rushes like Frank. He walks like Frank. He's really good at getting underneath the arm of the tackle and going after the quarterback. He's fast. I'm excited to see what Steve Spagnuolo is going to do with this guy.
Exactly.
I was watching his highlights yesterday. I was like, Jesus Christ, this kid is very fast. I want to see what he can do with Chris Jones in the middle. You got George Kalafis coming on the other edge, and you got him coming in a rotation. And King Flex is out there. Number 97. He's going to be out there. Then you got Charles Abreu on his way back. So this D line is going to get much better and much better. So I feel like actually looking at this move that they probably won't make a move at a corner. They probably just go with this D line and see what happens because they got Wharton that's playing good at number 98. He's playing very well. And Mike Pennell too. Mike Pennell playing good on a run stopping too. So
who else is playing well?
Everybody in that defensive line is playing.
Who else? George. You said George. Who
else?
Pennell. Kalafis. Who else?
Purnell. Jones.
Number 97.
FAU was not even mentioned on this dang panel.
Get off that horse. Get off the horse.
That's what I've been saying. Hey, is what it is, man.
He's getting his rotation. He's learning, and that's all that matters. Hey, I do want to address DJ's question. Yes, I was misspoken. The Chiefs currently have $2,626,784 in cap space, but still 2.6 is not going to buy you anything. Joe Thune's contract is 15.5 this year. If they extended him and they reduce the cap number next year, which is 28 million, that will give them enough space to pretty much bring in any veteran or add any contract they want to. But that is the only move they can make. And then DJ asked another question. I looked at Jonathan Jones from the Patriots as a realistic option. He's about $4 million. So yeah, the Chiefs would have to maneuver some stuff, but that'd be a good choice as well. But whether or not the Patriots will trade Trice for the Chiefs, remains to be seen. But they're going to be in fire sale mode, I think, and I think they'd be very smart.
So the reason why I made that comment though about FAU, right? First round talent bust. My God, he's a bust.
It's not a bust yet.
I think it's this. We need guys that's going to immediately make even Lou knows it. Even Lou knows. Look at his face.
Lou don't agree. He don't agree with you.
Man, you can't tell by the nose. Lou agrees with me.
Lou said you on some nonsense today, sir.
So listen, Chiefs got a healthy rotation, guys. Everybody y'all just named.
Yep.
Now, for me, y'all know I was like, they need a DB, right? Remember, pressure up front make the DBs better, right? You take all the pressure off the DBs, right? So if you get pressure up front, the DBs ain't no worry when it comes to the DBs, right? Because you got pressure up front. The ball gonna come out faster. And we see my man over here, Uche, is fast, bro, on third down. So what happened? The corners ain't gonna have to do as much, right?
His job is to take the snaps for Menahue till Menahue comes back, and then they'll use him situationally. They'll get him in there. Their job with FAU is to do one thing: get him ready for the playoffs.
Hold on.
Some experience.
Hold on.
Get him ready because they're going to need the body in the playoffs.
Hold on, Nick. Ruben's over here. I don't know. Ruben typing real fast. I don't know. Dre, be quiet. Do you mean be quiet, sir? It said Dre, be quiet. What is that?
It says be quiet there. It's just, it's not.
I don't know. I don't understand that. He said be quiet. I don't know what be quiet is. But all I'm saying is this. The Chiefs got a good pass rush. So it doesn't even matter on the back end.
They need more sacks. They've played really well in the sack department the last few weeks, but Uche is going to be huge.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be huge.
Do you think he can rack off 8 sacks? With the games. Can you think he get to 11 with 8? With the games.
No, I don't think so. He's only got 1 or 1.5 this year. If he gets to 6, between now and the end of the season, that's a huge win.
But the guy did do it when he had 8. He played for 8 games and he got 11 sacks with the Patriots. So
he did. No, he can definitely do it. But he also had some sack masters around him, and that defense was a little bit better a couple of years ago.
But they didn't have. See, the thing is, he didn't have Chris Jones in that middle.
No,
so he can always have. So it's a possibility that he can come out.
Yeah, and Karlaftis too. Karlaftis is coming on strong. He's had 2 really good games back to back. he seems like it. His slow start is over. And again, the reason I love this move so much is that the Chiefs added to a strength of their football team. Their defense is already second best or top in the NFL. So they get a guy who's a situational pass rusher who's proven that he can get the job done. And now Spags has another weapon. I mean, listen, if I'm Spags, I'm lining up Uche and Karlaftis on the same edge and put Chris Jones on the other edge.
Hey, real quick, DJ made a good point. He said the problem is Uche is a situational pass rusher. He ain't playing rundowns. He ain't. He's a third.
No, but he can run blitz. He can run blitz pretty well. He listen. If it's a fake on third down, he has the ability with his speed to be able to track a running back down. And there was a lot of highlights of watching him do just that. So I think they're going to be just fine in that department.
Yeah, we'll see. Because like I said, the Chiefs got a great defensive rotation up front. So it's just like I remember Cam Thomas we still haven't seen a lot of Cam Thomas.
Yeah, I think they're a little concerned about him. I know he dressed. I think he got a few snaps, but they're going to be really, really cautious with him.
I mean, hold on. See, Ruben keep talking about I never get props. Ruben, I'm always giving props, Ruben. I'm always giving your boys props now. I mean, can I be serious for once, Ruben? Can I be serious for once, man? All right. Dang, I can't be glazing them like that. I ain't Bo. You know what I'm saying? I got to let them earn it. You got to earn it. You know what I'm saying?
But on other news, this was mentioned by the even though we got him, a lot of people said we still need a cornerback. So was out there on the Chiefs Blitz. Go ahead and read it for us, Nick.
Yeah, finding a quarterback that's good enough for this team and can pick up Spag's system. That's a pretty slim pool, and we've just talked about maybe a couple guys. If someone became available in the next 6 days, the Chiefs would be all over it. Again, I mean, they tried to get Cam Robinson. They went all in on that except for the money part. And now it's a cornerback. So this tells me, based on Matt's report and Jeremy Fowler's report, that they're monitoring the quarterback situation. Fowler's about as dialed in as anybody in the NFL, certainly with the Chiefs. He's got a good working relationship with them. So, who knows? I mean, Sunday, a lot of teams are going to lose. A lot of teams might be in fire sale mode. There's only one or two teams possibly that could give the Chiefs fits in the AFC, and it's just a matter of, is there an NFC team that maybe is thrown in the flag as well? So, I think Kansas City is in a good position, but I think Brett's going to make another move. We just don't know what it is. If he's going to make a trade this week, it's going to be today. Again, they don't practice till Thursday. Thursday is their Wednesday this week because of the Monday night game against the Bucs. So, and usually he likes to make these moves early in the day. So if it's 5 or 6 o'clock and there's no news, then I don't think anything's going to happen until probably at this point Tuesday morning.
Okay, but before we get right into the next the subject, let's get right back into our sponsors.
All right, let's do it. For those of us who are watching this for the first time, we've got a couple of three great sponsors. First up, Mr. Eric Haynes with the Eric Haynes Real Estate Group. If you're looking for a trusted real estate advisor in the greater Kansas City metropolitan area, there's nobody better than Eric. He helped me and my wife, Emily, find a house. It took 9 months, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of hand-holding, a lot of phone calls, a lot of text messages. He and his team were there every step of the way. And when things looked bleak, he made sure everything went through. And that's what you want from your real estate professional. So if you're buying or selling a house in the greater Kansas City metropolitan area, give Eric Haynes a call at 816-729-3785, or you can email him at eselskc@gmail.com.
Proud sponsor of Chiefs Who?
That's right. Another proud sponsor is my incredible, amazing wife, Emily Athan. Open enrollment begins November 1st. It goes until December 15th in most states. She's licensed in most places in the country. So this is just not a Kansas City thing. If you live in another state and you're a Chiefs fan, give her a call. She can help you out. Whether you're looking for an ACA plan or a private option through United Healthcare, give her a call at 913-215-9086 and let her find the plan that fits best for you and your budget and gives you the medical insurance coverage that you need. And next up is our new sponsor, Roll Tape.
Please, let's get right into our new sponsor.
Get the best deals on new and used electronics at Resell Electronics. TVs, laptops, Apple Watches, cameras, cell phones, plus so much more. And if you're into gaming, we carry new gen as well as vintage consoles. Resell Electronics in Independence.
That's right, Resell Electronics. If you are looking to buy or sell any of your personal consumer electronics, doesn't matter what it is, a cell phone, a tablet, a laptop, game consoles, TVs, home audio, and many more items. Or if you want to swap something out, or maybe you just want to sell something that you've had and just want to get rid of it, this is the place to go. They've got two great locations in Independence, first on Nolan Road, the other on 40 Highway. Give them a call today at 816-886-7285. Tell them that Chiefs Blitz sent you, or you can email them and check out their inventory or their website at www.resellwithacelectronics.com. Resell. I like that.
And before we get right into our next topics, Dre had an emergency, so we had it. So it's just down to the two. It's down
to the two of us, huh? All right, changing the format again.
So it's down to us too. So let's get it right into let's talk about the D-Hop situation. What do you expect D-Hop to bring to this team when he happened before? He didn't come on the last two games. I mean, the last game he didn't have that many snaps.
Right.
So you expecting more for him to come out this Monday night. So what you expecting from him this Monday night?
Yeah, I think what's important to about D-Hop is, it was good that they got him some touches. It was good that they brought him in and he got some work with Patrick Mahomes in a live game. I think the Raiders, to their credit, they covered him well when he was on the field. There was a couple of opportunities that he and Patrick would have had, which they'll make up for, as they get a little bit more comfortable with each other. But, I think to me that tells me that I think he's going to be a great addition is when Kelsey got his touchdown, he just grabbed him and gave him a bear hug, said, "You're the man." And it's just like, this guy fits in. He's his own. He has no agent. He represented himself. He made the deal with the Chiefs. And what's impressive to me is that just the way he talks and looks, some of the comments that we've heard, he's been talking, he's smiling, he's happy. And you got a guy that talented, and forget his age. He and Kelsey came through the same draft, which is mind-boggling to think about, that they're both scary productive still. And he's going to help. He's going to help. He's going to help Juju. He's going to help Xavier. Worthy's kind of struggling, even though he had a touchdown, made a couple of nice catches. But they've got to get that long ball. He's going to be able to teach him some things that maybe from a perspective of a coach, or even from Andy Reid or Patrick Mahomes, coming from a guy like that with that kind of experience, that certainly helps quite a bit. So I'm excited for what the potential is. He's a perfect fit. And when Hollywood Brown is going to be back in December, book it, Dano. It's a fact. It's going to happen. He's going to get some games in before the end of the regular season to get him ready for the postseason. If he can get up to speed, all of a sudden you've got Worthy, you've got Juju, you've got Hollywood Brown, you got Noah Gray, Travis Kelsey, you got Kareem Hunt, and you got Isaiah Pacheco, and whatever we get out of Wiley, in 50 Shades of Gray. I mean, absolutely, this offense is going to be sick. Nobody's going to stop this offense in the postseason if all those weapons are out there for Patrick Mahomes. Now it's, can the offensive line do a better job? That's the big question. But Hollywood Brown, Hopkins is going to fit in just fine.
Yeah, I'm thinking of fit in just fine. I can't wait to see what happens. Shout out to Mango, all the way from where he's from, greetings for where he's from. Ruben said D-Hop was open, Nick. So get in some of these comments of what they say. Dre's are calling Bengals or
yeah, Ruben, enough with the age, you're right. It's just can you still be productive? Ruben, again, if it's 3 a.m., that's when Veach hours are working. DJ says, I think they need to expand their search more and make a corner move, because what happens if Williams gets hurt? Then the quarterback room is in bad shape. Well, obviously with the Williams out, they're certainly going to have to do something. Ruben says Matt Derrick knows something, and I kind of concur. And I think that DJ again, talking about Uche being a substitutional pass rusher. And then, of course, the comparisons to Frank Clark. Chuck Hicks, no, Chuck, we don't have the video. NFL kind of frowns upon us for doing those kinds of things. So we don't have the video of him sacking out. And again, to confirm, the Chiefs have, the Chiefs have about 2.6. And shout out also to Daniel Akers, who's one of our paid subscribers. We appreciate that. Yeah, check out our stuff. And if you like it, please feel free to become a member and help support the team here.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to see what happens with see what D Hop's game 2. Is on the way with the Buccaneers.
You had a run in. You had a run in with Mr. D Hop, didn't you?
I called Dick. I ran into Mr. D Hop at Hobbs. He was leaving out of there. We was looking at the dog on the back of the. I don't know if you've seen the dog with the owner goes to the store. He leaves his dog on the back of the bike. And the dog just sits there. He's like an American bully or something like that. He'll sit there like for 30 minutes or 40 minutes while the owner in there shopping. So everybody was around, and I look up, and I'm looking at him, and I'm going in the store because I see it on the regular. Then I see D-Hop coming out the store, looking at videotape of the dog, and I, had a little good conversation with him. I'm not a type of fan that, that get up in the player's faces like, oh, can I get this or that? But, we talked. He said he loved in Kansas City. He liked the atmosphere. He loved liking the team. So I'm looking for a big game to happen this coming Monday. Because the Buccaneers, they was on a hot streak. But now, they lost some key players on offense. So I'm looking for the Kansas City Chiefs to go on a tear here. D-Hop come out to have a better game than he had, last week. So I can't wait to see what happens. What can he actually bring? Can we get the old D-Hop? Can this be Randy Moss?
It doesn't have to be.
Coming over to Tom Brady. Could that actually be that?
It doesn't have. He doesn't have to be. He just has to be a guy that can get open in the slot. I mean, he was open. Ruben's correct. There was probably 5 or 6 potential throws where he's sitting in the zone. He on the touchdown to Kelsey, he could have thrown it to him. He was open. So I think he's going to be just fine. He will make the plays. I mean, he's going to have that 2 touchdown, 120-yard game. I mean, there's no question about it. It's just a matter of time. But they're so fortunate to have basically gotten him for nothing. And again, like you said, you talked to him. He's happy to be in Kansas City. Maybe he fits into the 2025 plans. If they after they win the Super Bowl, does he want to come back for another year? He's a free agent. His contract was voided once the trade happened for 2025. So, he's got some decisions to make. He's always been about the paycheck. He's always wanted to get paid. But now you can tell he wants that ring because just the way he smiled, on the field the other night and some of the post-game interviews that we saw, you can tell that this guy's excited.
Right. Yeah. So, looking at D-Hop, is it on the table that the Kansas City Chiefs can go undefeated? You know what I mean? Looking at the schedule, is it on the table for the Kansas City Chiefs to go undefeated? What do you think?
Well, I posted that. We kind of been hinting at it, and I have gone on the record. I think about 2 years ago. I thought last year's team was the team. I really did. I thought they were going to be a team that just was a juggernaut, just based on the way the defense was playing, going after another Super Bowl. I thought they had the right pieces on offense, and boy, was I wrong. But I think if anybody's going to go an undefeated season, I think Patrick Mahomes is the only quarterback that can make that happen because let's be honest, he hasn't played that great. In terms of the greatness of Patrick Mahomes that we've seen in the first 2, 3, 4 years of his career. And now he's become a game manager. He's running the show like Alex Smith ran the show, and he's making decisions. He's on the move. He's doing all the things that make him a great quarterback. And I personally think, statistics are overblown. It's great for fans, and it's great to get bobbleheads with all his achievements. And, it's great to talk and put your chest out there. But this is not who Patrick Mahomes is. What Patrick Mahomes is now is a guy who is the best quarterback in the NFL, who can win against any defense. He can make any comeback in a game. I mean, what is he down? 24 points in Houston in the divisional round. He's been down 3 straight games to win his first Super Bowl. He's been behind in virtually all the games in the postseason of his career. And outside of the Bengals debacle, he wins them all. So, and of course the Patriots, the first one. But the bottom line is we shouldn't be caring about all that stuff. We shouldn't be caring about all the statistics. So can they run the table? You know, I think Anonymous said it pretty well here. Until they play the Steelers on the road. Now, yeah, the Steelers are a good football team right now, and Russell Wilson's playing great football, and that defense is sick. So yeah, that's going to be a test, especially on a short week. That's a Saturday to Wednesday game. But I like their chances. Right. If they can get past the Bills, then I think we can seriously have this conversation about, can they run the table? Because honestly, until they get to the schedule where they're playing Houston at home on a Saturday and playing the Steelers on a Wednesday, Christmas Day, that's when we're going to know. And at that point, I think the AFC is going to be locked up. I think they're going to already have the number 1 seed. So I think the Chiefs, before they enter the last 3 games of the season, will have that locked up. They've already got a 3+ game, 4 in some situations with all the top contenders. So I think they're in great shape.
Yeah, I think they're in great shape too. Only 2 tough games I'm seeing on the schedule. Well, they came out of nowhere as the Broncos, but you don't know if they really for real though, because they ain't. You're
gonna find out the next 2 weeks. They got the Ravens and the Chiefs on the road.
So we're gonna find out the next 2 weeks. If the Broncos is they a real team? But looking at the Steelers, it's Russell Wilson. He's playing well right now, but how long is that gonna last? Because Russell Wilson, sometimes he play well, sometimes he don't. So you don't know if that how long that's gonna last there. But and also the Buffalo Bills, the Chiefs just seem to have a number. So could they lose to the Buffalo Bills? I don't see that happening. The defense is not up to par, and the Chiefs defense is it's the best defense I've seen so far this season. So yes, is it on the table if they go undefeated? Yes. Could this be the first Chiefs team to go, undefeated and go on the way to the Super Bowl? Now, going into looking at it, Patrick Mahomes, they said Patrick Mahomes ain't playing well. Yes, but hey, you said game manager. I'm not saying he's a game manager.
I meant that in the most complimentary way.
I wouldn't throw that on his name just yet. I feel like they overlooked the wide receiver room, and then a lot of people not looking at it that is a lot of injuries that happened. Rasheed Rice went down. Hollywood Brown went down week first preseason game. So you got a lot of guys that's coming off the streets trying to fill in those roles. So when they get that chance to start gelling together, so we'll see what happens to get this offense to clicking. So once this offense to get to clicking, then the defense is playing like it is, and the special teams is playing with it like it is. We got the best punter right now. You know what I mean?
The best kicker.
Game right now, and the best kicker. The kickoff game is pretty decent as well. So, hey, it's on the table, guys. I'm with it. I say it's not too soon. I would say it's 100% on par to the Chiefs season to go. Undefeated. We're looking at their schedule right now. So
yeah, Freeway's got a question. Don't sleep on Houston. I would tend to sort of agree with you on that one, Freeway. But they lost Stephon Diggs, who's out. He tore his ACL. He's not going to be back playing football till November. That guy gave up a massive amount of guarantee to get his contract voided. He made a huge mistake. He would have been set for life, and now who knows what kind of career he's having. This would be a guy, I think, the Chiefs, who maybe he's going to be a free agent and maybe in a November signing of some kind, could be a Chief. How much he likes the Chiefs. I know he does. So he's not going to get paid again because of that knee situation. So he's going to be looking for a team that he can win something to
we showcase. Don't want him over here. We don't want him.
I'll take him in a heartbeat.
He's a crybaby.
Nah.
I don't want him. Nah, that's
Ruben. We're an 8-cylinder running on a 2-cylinder engine. I love
it. Hey, I'm with it. If he does, But everybody, do y'all agree that Diggs is a crybaby? I won't have him. No, I want a team that's
that team is a mess. The Bills are kind of a mess. Mm-hmm. Let's be honest with you. I mean, this was not supposed to be a year in which they won a lot of football games, and props to them. Sean McDermott's on the hot seat. Josh Allen is next to Mahomes, one of my favorite players at the quarterback position in the NFL. He's just a good person. He's a good dude. And someday I hope, even if it means the Chiefs don't get there, that he wins the Super Bowl for Buffalo, because I think the city deserves it. So I'm a sap. I'm sentimental. They're an old AFL team. And I want to see them win at least one. I mean, they went to 4 in a row and lost them all. Unheard of, or 3 in a row, or 4 AFC title. I don't know what it was, 3. But regardless, you kind of want to root for them. But the Ken Dorsey situation, then they made a promotion within, and then all these things. But they've dealt with a lot of injuries. I love the Amari Cooper signing or trade. I think that definitely helps them. They've got a lot of skill positions on offense. They're getting some of their defensive players back who were injured. They are probably the team, in my opinion, that could give the Chiefs the most trouble. They've got a 4-game stretch of a difficult part of their schedule coming up. But the end of the season, they've got 3 patsies at the end of the year. So, if they can survive that and go 2-2 or 3-1, they're going to probably win the East. They'll probably be at least the number 3 seed. And, if the Chiefs are number 1, they won't see them until the AFC title game. But that team, if it continues to play at the level they're playing now, what they did in Seattle last weekend was impressive. They just destroyed the Seahawks. And I didn't see that one coming. I thought the Seahawks for sure would win that game, but the Bills looked good last week.
So have the Chiefs fixed their offense? Red zone offense. What you think? Do you think they fixed it, or you think is that something they still had to work on?
Well, it's going to be a work in progress, but the last 2 games they've been relatively efficient. I mean, they scored 4 out of 5 times, or 3 out of 4 touchdowns this week, and I think the week before similar numbers. I'd have to look it up. My mind is escaping me, but they seem to understand now some of the mistakes they were making. A lot of it was in the blocking scheme. A lot of it was the play calling, but they're starting to utilize, I think. And now that they have Hopkins, that's going to help a lot, because here's a guy you can throw a jump ball to in the corner, and he can climb the ladder and he can get it. Even at his age, he can still do it. As Ruben says, it is a work in progress, but I think the progression they made, hence the last couple of weeks, I think you look at them and you can say, okay, well, here they're running the ball. They're playing smash mouth football. They got a running back. They can do that at the goal line. I think Hunt's a little bit better than Pacheco at the goal line. He's getting beat up, but man, he just seems to be loving. He loves getting hit, and he's got a little fiery attitude, as we saw with his little shouting match with Max Crosby, the Raiders. And I think Patrick now is going to throw the ball a little safer, have a little bit more options, have a few more options now. And I think they've solved some of it, but yeah, it needs to be still needs to be a little bit better.
Yeah, I think they solved some of it, but I just hate when I see the trick plays and everything else.
Yeah, it drives me crazy too.
It drives me crazy every time. I'm like, it's at the 1 yard line, just run it in.
What's crazy about those trick plays is they always put Hardman or Worthy in motion, and they go it's a read option play. Just give it to those guys. I mean, they would have had at least a couple more scores, last week if they just given that ball in those situations to them, because there was nobody covered, because they kind of see what the fake is. They kind of see where the Chiefs are lining up heavy on the right side. So where the ball is going to go. And I'd like to see them, even if they run that play 3 or 4 times a game in the goal line, make them stop them. But with Hardman and Xavier Worthy, I mean, that's a lot of speed, and those guys can get the 5 or 6 yards of the end zone pretty quickly.
Yeah, so I can't wait to see what they do with on Monday night. That I think what's the name going to be in town. We all supposed to be linking up. Kareem supposed to be in town for that game. So, hey, I'm looking forward to see what they get in the red zone now. Get in the red zone against the Buccaneers. See what they run. I'm just tired of the trick plays. Yeah. Me and my son watched the game together. He be tired of the trick plays too, and I know some of the Chiefs fans are too. Like, just give it to Kareem, or just give it to the kid, man, the Goldilocks. You got a little hair, man. Just give it to him, let him run it in there, man. But other than that, man, I feel like it's partially fixed. I don't think it's all the way fixed, but it's on the potential to only up and up from there.
Yeah, you get Hollywood Brown back in December. Oof. That changes the landscape of the red zone significantly, I think.
Yeah. So with that said, man, hey, that was our questions of today. That's the ones we have. Well, let's get into some of this chats and ask some of their questions before we go into our stuff.
All right, let's see. That's what I'm saying. Together ain't nothing to sneeze about. I'm not sure what that's referring to. Is Nico? Yeah, Nico Collins is back for the Texans. Again, they're a team. They're a team that is going to help. Is certainly a team out there that they can play well. They've kind of been like the Chiefs. They've won some games that maybe they should have lost. They found a ways to win, but they're not the same team they were last year, and they're not taking anybody by surprise. Ken St. Clair, Chiefs organization, can handle the crybabies. Different culture in a good way. Ruben is against that. I'm sorry, I meant Tank Dell is back for the Houston Texans. Chief says, hey, where is it here? 17-0 would be crazy, but I want the three-peat. I think that too. And Mango from overseas, I ain't willing to have a conversation. 17-0 until the Steelers are on the road. And Otto, another new person, it'd be worth a draft pick. Split the bill for Snead. Let's just sell the farm. I don't think that's going to happen. He has not looked good. I don't think he's healthy. Clearly, there's been but Freeway, probably the best comment. One game at a time, fellows, because at the end of the day, that's what you're looking at. So that's what's important. And again, Hense and I are not looking ahead, but I think we're at a point in the schedule based on the fact that, to me, the first 6 games of the Chiefs schedule were the 6 toughest opponents I think any team in the NFL, if you compare them side by side, has played against quality teams. Every one of those teams had a great defense. Every one of those teams had offenses that could put up points. Now, I'm obviously not including the Raiders, but the previous 6, all those teams knew how to score points, and the Chiefs bettered them every single time. And after the close call against Baltimore, where we're talking about a quarter of an inch or half an inch of a toe being on the line, this team just knows how to win. And that's what you want from your team. And we're lucky. I tell you guys all the time, I went 50 years without a Super Bowl, between Super Bowls. I had Lenny Dawson used to tell me all the time, God, I hope they win it, because I'm really tired of talking about the Super Bowl IV team. The guys from the Super Bowl IV era who are still around, Bobby Bell and Willie Lanier, it's like they don't want to talk about that. And they're the first ones out there. Lenny passed a couple years ago, but those guys are out there, supporting the Chiefs still. So enjoy this. You have Patrick Mahomes. You have the greatest quarterback in the modern era of the NFL football, and ultimately will go down as the greatest of all time. He'll surpass Tom Brady. And, nobody's going to root for his success more than Tom Brady, because that means forever and ever, those two are going to be tied together in the history of great quarterbacks as the 2 very best. So as Ruben says, we are very lucky indeed. And 50 years, Ken, it. It's a long time, and we are no longer in the dark ages. So, we're enjoy it. It's fun.
I know I've been enjoying. I'm happy for to be a Chiefs fan. I know back in the days, seeing the Chiefs lose multiple games, getting don't make the playoffs, or I remember going to a game with all the fans had. It was a blackout game. Everybody had bags on their head, and everybody had nobody wear red in the stadium. They all wore all black. So and they start
and to show you
the stadium. So
and to show you how the time goes. This was given to me by Hank Stram the year after they won the Super Bowl. And I still have it. And that's how old this thing is. It's still got air in it, too. It's pretty impressive. But, you just enjoy the moment. It is so much fun. I came out of retirement as a writer because I wanted to talk about and wanted to write about Chiefs again. And, I'm having the time of my life. I'm an old dude. I'm in my early 60s. I grew up around this team and this franchise and the people and the people from the beginning, and it's fun to watch. Mm-hmm. And we're the envy of the league. Everybody hates us, and I love it. But at the end of the day, they still respect it. They can say all they want to about how much they don't like the Chiefs, and even the national guys who are trying to get clicks like this bozo on CBS Sports who's saying this is not a good football team. They're lucky to be 7-0. Some young guy is trying to make a name for himself. It's fine. Bring it on. I'll take all the haters and all the doubters. This team is it's special and enjoyed. And if you want a good history about the Chiefs in this ride, check out Jeremy Fowler's article on ESPN.com, where he compared the two dynasties, the Patriots and the Chiefs. It was the best article I've seen written about the topic in a really, really long time.
Yeah, Freeway said, "Oh yeah, skip him." That's why I was. When I seen it, Nick, I seen him out there talking nonsense. I was like, "Man, come on, guys. What else? You can't give credit where credit is due. You know what I mean? You see the guy, you see the team out here playing well. They played all these teams and they still won. It don't matter. They won by 2 score, 1 score, half a point. They still won the game. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? They came out here and play a physical game. It's known to people getting hurt from and everything else, and they still find a way to win. This Chiefs team is the year of the team of finding ways to win. That's what champions do. Yeah. Champions find ways to win. They don't sit there and just be knocking out everybody like Floyd Mayweather. He gonna put the points on the board and find a way to win.
That's right.
And, he ain't gonna knock you out. He ain't probably gonna do that, but he gonna find a way to win. And that's what the Chiefs are doing right now.
And there's no moral victories, Hense. There's just no moral victories for this team.
And that's more dangerous. I had to say that's more dangerous because you don't know.
Care.
One minute they can click the switch and they be on fire. 1 minute they can just beat you physically.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And so that's more scary than your Baltimore Ravens and your Detroit Lions. Also in your Baltimore.
Detroit's pretty good. I'm going to give the Lions a lot of props.
I don't think so.
That's a good football team.
They're good in the season, but when
they're going to make a big trade before the deadline, you watch. They're going to go all in.
They probably go get a Myles Garrett. That's what I'm hearing. They're going
to make a shocking move. I'm sure of it.
If I'm Myles Garrett, I'm saying, hey, put me on Detroit. Get me out of here. Get me out of Cleveland ASAP.
Yeah.
Or they probably go get Max Crosby. Max Crosby's from Detroit, ain't he? I think that's where his home
he is. I don't think Tom Brady will let the owner trade him. I think he'd blow a gasket. You got to have a building block on defense, and he's their building block. I mean, if he goes anywhere, come to Kansas City. I think he and Patrick Mahomes would have so much fun together. That would be fun. That'd be sick.
So with that said, guys, let's get into our sponsors before we close out.
All right. First up, Mr. Eric Haynes with the Eric Haynes Real Estate Group. If you're looking for someone who can walk you through the process of buying and selling a house in the greater Kansas City metropolitan area, there's nobody better than Eric Haynes. He took care of me and my wife, Emily. It's a long process, but at the end of the day, he answered every phone call, every text, every worry, every concern. He kept telling me, don't worry, it's going to work out. He negotiated with his team and got the deal done. So if you want that kind of experience from start to finish, give Eric Haynes a call at 816-729-3785, or you can email him at esalescasey@gmail.com.
Proud sponsor of Chiefs Who on Friday.
That's right. Also, another proud sponsor is my incredible wife, Emily Athan. Listen, open enrollment begins November 1st and it goes through December 15th. That's a 45-day window for you to choose the best health insurance option for 2025. So whether you're looking for an ACA plan or you're looking for a private option, she can take care of both those needs for you. Again, you have to have someone who understands the insurance industry, understands the market, and will listen to what you're looking for. Lower premiums, a lower deductible, better coverage, nationwide coverage. All these things she can decipher out. So whether you're an individual, self-employed, a business owner, or family, call her today at 913-215-9086.
Nikki loves Emily.
I do. And next up, our new sponsor, Resell Electronics.
Get the best deals on new and used electronics at Resell Electronics. TVs, laptops, Apple Watches, cameras, cell phones, plus so much more. And if you're into gaming, we carry new gen as well as vintage consoles. Resell Electronics in Independence.
That's right. If you're looking for any kind of a consumer electronic, Resell is your one-stop shop. Holidays are coming up, so if you want to check them out, they got 2 locations on Nolan Road and also 40 Highway in Independence. Again, cell phones, tablets, laptops, game consoles, TVs, home audio, so many more things. You got an old thing lying around you want to get rid of, get cash. If there's something you want to buy, maybe you make a trade. Whatever the situation is when it comes to your personal electronic needs, they are the place to go. Call them at 816-886-7285 and tell them Chiefs Blitz sent you, or you can check them out on the web at resellwithac.electronics.com.
Resell Electronics. So with that said, guys, we want to thank everybody for joining in. We want to thank you for all your comments. Thank you for putting up with Mr. Beam today. Mr. Beam was on the show. He came in today to fill in for Mr. Lou. If you missed it, go back and watch it. Also, prayers up for Dre and his family. Yes. Also, everything. Hey, it's Chiefs game week. It's Monday. You know what I mean? You're gonna have a Sunday where you can sit back and watch all the other trash games. You know what I mean? Relax and watch all the other
talking smack. Talking the smack.
Watch all the rest of them lose and watch your team still be undefeated while everybody else is playing, guys. So with that said, guys, we will see you on Friday at 1:30. Have a great day.
Peace out, everybody. Have a great couple of days.